Hi, this is Ed. This is lesson 2 of our Python video course. So last time on lesson 1, we made this little main program. So we are using the Thani. Thani is very, very good to use, and it's made for children, but it's so excellent. So as a little program today, with lesson 2, we're going to take this program and make functions out of it. So functions group together programming statements and they execute line by line. So this is a whole function. These are the programming statements, and they execute one by one. And when it finishes, it ends. You need to call the program statements. If you don't call it, they're not going to run. So the main here, we call the function by its name. The name is main, and this is main. And these are the call. This is the call. Round brackets mean I'm calling. And this round bracket means I'm a function definition. And def means define. So if we run this little program, you type the name in, which is Tom. I don't use my real name. Last lesson when I did by mistake. And how old's Tom? He's 24. And let me see, look, there's Tom. He's 24 years old. Okay, so now we make functions. So pretty easy for us to do. I have to move the screen a little bit. Maybe minimize it. Okay, it worked. So I go File, Save As. I want to save as lesson 2. So these lessons, they all build on each other. So it's step by step here. And now we have lesson 2. So it changed the little at the top. We want to always have your file name at the top and what's this one doing. So to get to the screen using functions. Why do we want to use functions? Makes our program more organized, more maintainable, and much nicer, I guess. Makes your program look much nicer. Okay, this program looks very nice, so we use functions now. So this is quite easy to do. We're just going to put a function at the top, and we're going to take our lines and put in our function. So our first function is going to def welcome. So we need the round brackets. If you don't put the round brackets, it thinks it's a variable. And we put a little colon. Remember from last time, Python likes the colons. All we got to do is take this line. Whoa. And put here. So if we use this colon, our cursor automatically indents for us. There, print I like Python. And now we don't need this one anymore, but we want to call the welcome. So very easy to do. Just put welcome here. And then we will call the welcome one. So every time you make a change, you should run the program and see if it still works. These people, they they put write all their code and then they run it, nothing works. But if you go step by step, get each section working by little, it will all work at the end. So we can see if it still works. We go automatically save, so we don't have to save it. So file, run current script, name. It's always Tom, I guess. Tom's always 24 for the last 10, 15 years. Okay, great. How are you? You are 20, right? Okay. And now, so basically, when you write a program, you should write comments at the same time. So we'll do it here too. Function to print out a welcome message. That's what it's doing. It's printing out a welcome message. Okay. And we use the same comment. Look, print out welcome message. Okay, let's make another function. This one's going to get enter name. So it's daf enter name. So there's actually two ways you can do these. You can say enter capital name, or you can say enter underscore name. So the C programmers like the underscore, and the C++ programmers like the capitals. So the Python programmers, they're usually C language programmers, so they like the underscores. And also for the lazy people, they don't have to hit the caps button or anything like that, or shift button. So what lines do we need? All we need is this line. Okay, so it doesn't actually indent for you automatically every time. And we're going to get the name. It's a local variable. Got nothing to do with this variable here. It's like two people who live on the same street with the same name that don't know each other. So this guy doesn't know this person. Anyways, they love it. They're quite separate. This is a function enter name, and this is a main function. So they have nothing to do with each other. So we need to return the name. If we don't return the name, no one's going to get it. Absolutely nobody. So many people forget the return statement and they don't get any information at all. It actually says none. So we don't need this one anymore. But we still need the comment. So we can just call the function enter name. So functions should have names that actually mean what they're doing. So enter name tells you you're entering a name. So that's a good name for a function. Okay, that one's done now. Oh, we're going to be done in no time. Okay, so that's done now. The next thing we do, we're going to get the age. So if we're doing the Skype version lesson, I would make the student do it. I give an example, and then I would say, oh, make the enter age now. Some students can do it really, really fast. Other students got to think about it, but it doesn't matter being fast or slow. For us, being slow is much better since we charge by the hour. We really don't really charge by the hour, we charge by the lesson. So we don't know the fast people. It doesn't work. The fast people can do lessons quite fast, and the slow people do lessons quite slow. So they always get extra time. So, lessons here for fun and learning programming. I'll just make a little money, I guess, enough to feed my family, I suppose. Well, the price of food's so expensive now. I guess we should charge more, but I don't know. Anyways, since we got it's a video course, you're not going to do it. I have to do it. So enter age. Okay, and then they go down and get this one here. There it is. It was two lines. Look, we need this one and that one. If we were hotshot programmers, we could combine that all together. Oh, the colon's missing. I told you to put the colon. Okay. You don't need to be too squishy. You should always leave a little space. Hmm, I don't know. I guess that's okay. So get the age, convert it to a number, and we return the age. We put little extra comments at the end. It's more exciting to get a program working and put the comments later, but we're just trying to teach you to write a program with comments. Very hard to do because it's so exciting to get the program working. You don't want to spend time to the comments. So function to enter a name from the keyboard. Okay. In this one, function enter an age from the keyboard. So I just copy this one. We copy paste people never get their program working. Well, they do, but they get so many errors. So, okay. They're only comments, so comments aren't really errors. Great. Let's get the age. And now we don't need this one anymore. So we just call it enter age. Okay. So here we're calling this one. Okay. And this one we don't need anymore because we already have it, conversion. So we don't need to convert twice. So the function is doing everything for us. Look, it's getting the age, it's doing the conversion. So our main gets much, much smaller, much more organized. A lot of schools, they said the main should just call the functions, shouldn't have any code in them. In a way, they're correct. If you just call functions, it's much, 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 much better. So now we got the name and the age. These are the last two. Since we're going to a function, we will combine those into a function. Okay, so getting a name for functions sometimes can be a little difficult. So it's going to be def display. We'll just call it display. We don't want to call it display name and age. It's too specific. We don't want to call it display info because that's a little, I don't know, a little vague, I guess. We don't want to call it print because we get mixed up between the Python print statement. So display's okay. Now display is going to get two things. It's got to get a name and it's got to get an age. Okay, so these functions are like receivers. They're receiving things. So these are the receiving, right? Receiving name and age. So we get those codes. Nice to meet you. This is the one we need. So we copy that one with the comment. So we don't have to retype the comment. And we got to get the age one as well because we want to do two things at once. So our main can really, really small now. See, so organized. Maybe we get an A in this. We send this. Maybe we get an A in our program. Okay. For homework help, we do really well. Most students get hundreds, 95s. If they get a mean teacher, they're going to get 80. If they get a really, really, really mean teacher, they only get 70s also. Marks are usually dependent on the students. Here, we just get pass and fail. In fact, we don't even give a fail if the program don't work. You got to do it over again until it's working. So we just want you to learn how to program. We're not here to give you A, B, C's, or D's. But if you do really good, we say excellent. So, okay, that one's done now. So it's going to receive a naming. So the functions are receivers. They receive things. They also return things. This one is returning. This guy is not going to return anything because it's just displaying. And some functions have input-output where the parameters, you call parameters, they can receive and they can output. Okay, so let's call that one now. So it's display. It needs two things, a name and an age. So this is sender now. It's sending. It's sending a name and the age to the function. Where's the function? It's right here. So this guy is a sender and this guy is a receiver. So I say to students, this is like the shipping deck of a company receiving materials to build some furniture. And this is the FedEx truck bringing all the information, all the materials to the factory, to the receiving dock. So it's receivers, and this is a sender. So put a little comment here. Display name, and age. We can make it even more common. Call function display to display name and age. And here we can make this common as well. Call function enter age to get an age from the keyboard. And here we can make this comment more too. So when you're learning programming, comments really important, explaining what you're doing. And as you become a good programmer, you don't need as many comments. But I do find that you really need to put comments because when you come back 5 or 10 years later and look at your program, the comments tell you what it's doing. Okay. Call function enter name to get a name from the keyboard. Okay, great. It's a little squishy here, so we just put a little white space there. This is too squashy, right? It's got squishy and we got squashy. Squashy is a word I made up, so you're not going to find it in the dictionary. But they do have squishy. Okay, it looks very good now. We have this comment. Someone who took our comment. We probably forgot it last time. Function to run program. You're lucky I can only type with one finger and I type so slow, so I'm sure you can keep up with me. We call it main function. So all programs have main, all these languages, C and C++ and C sharp. So they all have mains. So, okay, great. Function display name and age. So we're going to run this program first. See, I told you we should run the program and put the comments later because the excitement to run the program is so strong. To display name and age. So usually we run the program and then we make the comments. So we keep you in suspense here a little bit. Okay, great. Now we got all our comments. Function print out welcome message, function get name from the keyboard, function get age from the keyboard, function display the information, and the main function to run the program. If you don't call the main function here, it's never going to run. So we get all these students, oh, my program don't run. I said, do you call the main? Oh, yeah, right. I forgot. Oh, okay. Okay, so we're going to run this one now. It's automatic save, nothing to worry about. Maybe this at the bottom a little bigger. Oh, we can't make it any bigger. Well, we can, but this is not. We're not accomplishing anything. It's still at the bottom. Somehow, oh, here we are, really, really bottom. So it's gonna be Tom, and he's 24 for the last 15 years. Yeah, nice to meet you, Tom. You're 24 years old. Okay, we're all done. Lesson 2. So it's recap. I found recapping really, really important. So we're doing lesson 2, and its job is to get a program to get name and age from the keyboard using functions. Why we want to use functions? Because we have such a beautiful organized program, and each function has a dedicated purpose, and all the main has to do is call the functions. See, so beautiful, so organized. The welcome functions prints out the welcome message. The enter name function gets a name from the keyboard. The age function gets the age from the keyboard, converts it to a number for us. So this function doing many things. We don't want to put all that code in the main. It's too much junky, right? We don't want junky. We want nice, clean, organized programs. Display is displaying. It's a hard name though. We don't want to get display name and age, display info. So I guess display is okay. You don't want to use print because these are the print from the Python. You can get so mixed up. So these codes are all the same from lesson one. Okay, and there's our main welcome message. Okay, so all you have to remember, these are the callers, and they send information to the function. Who's the receiver? And they receive information. Some functions receive information. Some functions don't receive information, just return information. And some do both. So in Python, we don't really need one. In this program, we don't need one to receive and send out. But in the C language and C++, we do have those because it's a different mechanism. So languages, programming languages are all mechanisms. Once you know how they work, all your problems are over. So concentrate on doing, and after you do, and you run the program, and you understand everything. Even myself, maybe a month ago, helping this one student, we went to 10 different websites just to figure out what this little line meant. And we had no clue what it meant. We didn't know a clue what it did. And I finally found an example on the internet. I ran it and I said to myself, oh, wow, that's what it's doing. So a lot of these explanations think you know something. So they just explain the top level, but they don't explain the inner level. And then once I seen that working, oh no, it was so easy. And then I sent an email to the student with example and I said, this is how it works. Okay, so we're all done. So you should be able to get the PDF transcript. I don't know what platform you're on, but most other platforms we're on now, we have the PDF version. So each PDF version has the complete transcript, what we did. Also, it says homework question to do. So I just click on this one. Oh, here we are. You should be able to get your download the transcript where you find this course, and then you can get it from this website. This is our sister website where we list all the courses for us. Well, it's really one of our websites because I learned many years ago have many websites for one company, each website doing a specific thing. We have one for homework help, one for lessons, and and then there'd be a homework question to do. So here explaining what we did, all step by step. This is using the idle because it works in all platform. This lessons are written before we knew about the Thani. We got the Thanis from 12-year-old. So he was using it and then we used it. Oh, so good. So some students use the IDLE. It's just download from python.com and they can get it. And a little homework question to do. So how you do the homework question, you use the example program as example. Oh, look at these comments. See these comments here. Very similar comments. And then you do the homework and then you send it in to us. And then we look at it. If it's wrong, you redo it again. And for university students, these skill testing questions, so they do well on their exams. Oh, we're over 20 minutes or 20 megabytes. And then, so we teach this course two different ways. There's the new videos are new ones, and we have the Skype ones. You do it interactively, or you can just do the PDF, do it on your own, and just make an appointment to connect to us. And then we will probably on this website here, there'll be a link to make an appointment. And then we charge $15 an hour, which is such a small fee, but a lot of students really don't mind paying it because they have someone to talk to, and especially the courses on the internet, there's no one to talk to. I take these courses, and you should start them, but you never finish because it's like you really need someone to talk to. Okay, so it's all. I gotta end this before they charging us for megabytes. They really start charging. Okay, okay, bye bye. So next time we're doing lesson 3, which continues this lesson. Okay, bye bye.